Your next stop is Impassive.
Stand clear of the closing doors, please.
Next agenda thing on the agenda is giving us a word of that uplifts us. This today's word, it's even more important because today is the last day of 2023, and we move forward to 2024. So it is very important. I know we have listening ears, and we'll carry these words, and that will usher us into 2024. We'll carry these words, and that will usher us into 2024. Let's ask Dr. John Adjongwen to give us a word for this last day of 2023 that will propel us to 2024. Is Dr. John Adjongwen in the house?
Yes, I'm here. I'm here, my queen, my brothers and my sisters. Happy is it Thanksgiving? Happy New Year Eve to those of us who are still here, and Happy New Year to the people in the East who have already celebrated it. Oh, what a blessing this is in store for us for this coming year. I am really, really pleased to actually jump in and see all of you here. It's not easy stepping into the shoes of two extremely great leaders and ladies who have been feeding us with the word on this platform, as well as our other sisters who have been giving us the word, and DrDerrick in all our other sister platforms. I feel very honored to be invited among this group of people. So in a few hours, if you are somebody in my own time zone, you'll soon be saying goodbye to 2023 and saying welcome to 2024. For some of us, we have even a shorter time, and others probably done so already. One of the things that tends to happen on a day like this is that when the clock hits midnight, we all pause, and I hope that in your pause, you will really thank God for everything that has happened to us as a community, as individuals, throughout 2023. Because as the Bible says that if you count your blessings and name them one by one, you really see the greatness that God has done in our lives. So when your clock strikes midnight, I hope that you will take that pause and you would go ahead and count those blessings and be thankful for every person that has touched your life. Be thankful for every person that's going to touch your life in 2024. That said, we always have this temptation of making a New Year resolution. The thing with New Year resolutions, and something that one of the pastors at our church today said, by the 28th of the month, chances are that we've forgotten about those resolutions. And then life happens. So my challenge to us today is that let us, after reflecting on 2023, not make any New Year resolution, but make a life-changing resolution. Why and what are the differences between those two? As soon as the new year fades into a regular year and starts moving into an old year, we forget about those resolutions. However, we know we are on a journey, and our journey that brought us here together is not meant to really support us for just the next few months. Many of us have been here for 3, 4 or more years, and this platform has been going on for 3+ years. It's been a blessing, a learning opportunity, and all of us have in us the mission that we would use this opportunity to uplift humanity. So when we talk about uplifting humanity, I want us to start by uplifting ourselves. Because if our spirits are not up, if we do not think positive things in our lives, if we do not dream positive things in our lives, if we do not pray positive things in our lives, we will not be able to uplift ourselves, let alone step out there and try and uplift anybody. Yes, there is the physical uplifting that we need to do, a lifestyle change in what we eat because we are what we take in, a lifestyle change in the exercising because any muscle that's not used becomes wasted muscle. But more importantly, we need to continue what we've been doing through this platform, through the deep dive, through all the other platforms that work here together to build our mental lifestyle, because with that mental lifestyle, there is nothing that anybody can actually do. I was talking to somebody who was really, really sick, and this is somebody that has money, but you know, the money is useless without health. And even somebody who has the health and has the money, and there is no other person with whom they can even have a discussion, soon depression creeps in, the money and the health, they go south. So let us, at the end of this year, if you haven't reached, really look at what it is that we need to do as a lifestyle change, so that when the blessings that we get from Unpassive comes in, we are uplifting humanity from a point where we ourselves are already uplifted. Because just as Jesus was uplifted and he is able to uplift us, when we are uplifted, we feel the energy, we have the strength, we have the desire, we have the compassion to go out there and look at somebody and say, my brother, my sister, I think you need to be uplifted, and I am here as a messenger of God to uplift you. I didn't really plan any particular thing to share with you this morning, but I really feel inspired that as we move out of 2023, and thank God for all these the blessings that he has given us, that we look into the coming year with anticipation, great anticipation. But at the same time, let's look at it with preparedness, preparing ourselves both physically, both emotionally, both mentally, so that when we have the financial blessings, they can actually be used to bless not only ourselves, the people in our communities that we know, but uplift humanity, as our CEO has set up this mission for us to actually try and accomplish. Without wasting much of your time, I really want to wish each and every one of us here a blessed 2024, a healthy 2024, and most importantly, I just wish that love would continue to grow in each and every one of us as we journey together. Thank you, and over to you, my queen moderators.
Have it in you, you have it. You just unleash it. We just heard some words of wisdom from Dr. John Ajongwen. On this last day of the year, this is what we all need. We have to start from us, from each and every one of us, and fix ourselves. You heard what he said. Without your health, you're nothing. So you start from taking care of yourself. You take care of your mental health. You take care of your physical health. And when the financial health comes, all the chips are, they fall into their place. You are in a established, very firm foundation to be able to start uplifting your surroundings, uplifting the people that you love, extend beyond the people that you love, to your neighbors, to your community, to your village, to people that you don't even know. So yes, thank you so much for that word of wisdom. That is so valuable to carry, usher us into the next year. Now, our next topic on the agenda, I'm going to pass it on listen to Dr. Jane, Auntie Jane Kamsi, if she can unmute, and let's hear what she has to say, and then we can come back to Dr. Derrick. Hopefully, he would have get a handle of what the issues are. Yes, Dr. Jane. Amen. I guess Dr. Derrick is still trying to figure out what is going on with the updates or the next thing on the agenda. Dr. Patience, yes, yeah. Okay, that is so great. Please raise your hand, or should we? Is it just for the leaders or anybody? Right. Right. Okay.
Of year celebration as well, you know.
Right. Right. So,
Oh,
if you have anything to share, I don't know if you guys are listening. You're hearing my voice. Please raise your hand up and share your experience. 2023 experience. This is the last day. It will be very interesting to hear what others have to say. So the floor is open. Please raise your hand and we will have you talk and share your story about 2023 as it relates to OnPassive and what your plans are.
Are you hearing me now? Hello?
But then that's how I became so involved with Unpassive. And it's been such a, as everybody has said, such a learning experience. It's apart from the promises of the financial gain and so on and so forth, just being engaged with so many like-minded people and just watching what happens when somebody has a big dream and they persist in it. And so for me, Unpassive has taught me those traits about going after the dream. And for me, I mean, we're different ages. Mr. Mufar is younger than I am, but he's going after his dream. And so each one of us can learn from that the dream is never over until you're no more here. So whatever stage you are in life, please let this be a goal to see where Unpassive takes you, because everyone wants to leave a legacy, and a good legacy. And Unpassive has provided us with that ability. We just have to stay close to what's happening, follow the steps as required, and remember that it's not just for us. We are doing this for, as is it Dr. John who just said, or someone else that said, whether it's around you, wider for the community, or even your nation. You never know where this will take you, but be open to it, have that growth mindset. We're still alive, and let us just go forward and let 2024 be another top, as Dr. Derrick is always saying. So I would just like to conclude by saying everyone has the ability and has the potential to make a big mark, no matter how late they think it is. Thank you.
Well said, Sister Yvonne.
Thank you.
My own journey with Unpassive started in 2020. Yes. I was on my way to Los Angeles, and a very good friend of mine who is no longer here, just like family, called me. He said, take a look at this business. I have a business proposal. I have a business thing that is going on. Take a look at it.
Yes.
I know you're always objective, and you take time to look into things. And I know you are going to do this. So I was traveling to Los Angeles. So when I got there, she says, oh, there's a meeting that is going on, that is going to go on that Thursday. Be sure to attend the meeting. I'll send you the link, and just listen in and listen to what has to be said. And as I was in Los Angeles, she reminded me again, and I chimed in and I listened to it. And it didn't click that first meeting. But after the meeting, I kept thinking about it. And I kept thinking about it. And I asked questions. The presenter was a little, impatient with some of the questions that were asked on that webinar. So after the webinar, I did say, I just said generally, in situations like this, when people don't understand, and some people have already had insight as to what it is, patience. Patience is what we need. And so when people ask questions, let's be patient and answer the questions the best we can to help enlighten people and make their understanding broaden about what Unpassive is about. So I slept over it, and then the next day I kept sleeping over it. Actually, that day I registered for my first account. And so I kept thinking about it. As I continued to think about it, the vision kept opening. My mind kept opening. My thought process kept broadening about this Unpassive. And I said, okay, I will register for another one. I just went and registered for 2 more accounts after like 2 days from the first account, or I registered for more accounts. And so I kept thinking about it. I said, this is more than me. would this one account be enough? Hey, help other people beyond myself. It seems this 1 or 2 accounts that I've opened is not enough. Let me go and register for more. I'm going to register for this account to serve this purpose, this account to serve this purpose. So, and I kept attending more webinars to understand. I went to the back office and read the concept of unpassive. Then I attended the first webinar that Mr. Ash Mufare came, and he was so genuine and, you know, just genuine the way he was presenting it. And I just was sold up with everything that I heard about it. You know, I continue to think beyond myself, how this unpassive is using a few people who have really captured the vision. And these people are those who are going to bless other people who don't know about it, who may know but have not been convinced, and those who may not know about unpassive. So I would go from one webinar to another. Even during work, I was able to put in my turn on my phone, and then I've had opportunities where Mr. Ash Mufare himself has spoken to me like 4 different times, asking me who I am and what my goals are in life and what my intentions are at 4 different times during the process. I've had to, you know, hands-free, turn on the webinars to listen to him, and while I'm going about my other business. Attending webinars have really been a blessing to me, because you've had to listen to other people, you've had to learn about their ideas and their goals in life, you've had to, you know, learn a lot. It's been a learning process. It's helped me broaden my mind about life. It's helped me enforce the need to be kind. I was kind, but it's just enforced the need to be kinder to people you know and those you don't know. To be able to look at life knowing that I am blessed already. And what a blessing it is for me that God is going to use me as a vehicle to bless other people. And so that keeps me grounded. That keeps me knowing that I need to take care of my mental state. I need to take care of my physical state, to position myself so that when the financial blessing comes, I'll be able to be at a stronger stand, to be able to bless myself and extend my blessing to others. That's how unpassive has made me grow. So let me...
Thank you, Sister Mary. Wow. I see our presenter, our king is back in the house. So if we can let him present now that his connectivity is okay. A lot of us want to hear about this. Then we'll take more hands. So Brother Joseph, if you don't mind, bear with us. Let's get Dr. Derrick present quickly. Then everybody, today is the day to share, because the last meeting of the year 2023. So everybody will have an opportunity to share. But let's get our presenter to present. Dr. Derrick, if you're back in the house and you can hear me, and please let us know. Say something.
Well, the thing is, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you, Dr. Derrick.
All right, wonderful. Finally. All right, thank you very much. Really appreciate it. Thank you very much, Queen Dr. Patience, and of course, thank you very much, Queen Marie. That was an awesome life journey in Unpassive. Thank you very much. And when I joined, there was no webinars. I started in February 2019. There was no webinar, no YouTube videos, no nothing. So I wasn't in that privilege of having any YouTube or webinars to attend. There was just none, because actually it was just short December 2018 that they actually put together a website. So that's all that was there, a GoFounder website. So thank you very much for all of that. And of course, King Dr. John, that was awesome mindset, because we don't understand how important this whole scope of the mindset is. But I hope that as we spend some time today with the divergence of wealth creation, that you get a glimpse of how important that the few, and that is why it's just a few persons that understand properly and fully how important the mindset is. And that is why you have these persons that are very wealthy, because they take it serious and don't brush it aside. They take it serious and then brush it aside. And so the divergence of wealth creation is something that we are going to dive into, do a deep dive. Right, we're going to do a deep dive into the divergence of wealth creation and how important it is. So, first of all, what is the divergence of wealth creation? Put it this way: why is just a handful of people wealthy and the rest getting by or struggling to even make a little ends meet? Always in debt, always in bankruptcy. The majority of the world is always in bankruptcy. And so that is what we're going to be looking at. And when I say just a handful, I seriously mean just a handful. There are only, well, since 2022 figures, it's 3,194 billionaires in the world. And that's the billionaire with the B, right? Billion with the B, bravo, right? Worldwide. We're not talking about one country. We're talking about worldwide, the entire world, with 8 billion people on the planet. Only 3,194 people are billionaires at the end of 2022. And that number is lower this year than last year. That don't even make any sense. All right? A higher number of the world population owns less than 10,000. Let me say that again. The majority of the world population earns less than 10,000 in value, in capital, in liquid, all put together. And so we have to understand that this is how things, the persons who are wealthy capitalize on this started. So let us start with where things started, and that is in the beginning. And so let us look at Genesis 1:1, right there. In the beginning, God created the heaven and the earth. That's very important. Why is this very important? Because God is creative and He's giving us His character trait. Why is that important? Why is that important? And if you look at Genesis 1:26 and 27, it says, and God said, let us make man in our own image, in our own likeness, and let them have dominion. So God give us one of his characteristic, which is his creativeness, in order for us to create. And when you understand that God, and that is why, just to sidetrack a little, that is why one of the things that, if you notice, is that people try, or I should say the enemy, or the devil, or the serpent, or whatever you want to call him, Lucifer, he is trying to make it seem as if that there was no creation. So if you erase creation, then you will recognize that, hey, I, you know, I came from a placebo, or this whole world come from a placebo, or a Big Bang theory, or what have you. Try their very best to erase creation, because it is very important to recognize that we are created in God's image. Created him, male and female, created he them. Very important. And if you understand that we are created in God's image, then all have a different aspect of God's creativity. Now, I might not have the same creativity as Dr. Patient, or Dr. John, or Queen Miriam, or Queen Eileen. No, every one of us have a little different variation of creativity to bring to the table. But that is something that we are created in his image. Some of us maybe know how to create music and songs, like Lerato Shadare. All of us don't know to create a song, and so on, right? Maybe some of us might know how to create furniture. Maybe know how to create a poem, right? So it's all these different levels and creativity that each and every one of us have. But all of us is having these type of creativities, right? And God blessed them. And God said, be fruitful and multiply and replenish. So we are to use our creativity to be fruitful, to multiply, and to replenish the earth, and subdue it, and have dominion. Now, when you tap into this grand knowledge of information, then you will start, I hope, that you'll start looking at yourself a little differently. That God created all of us to be creative. So none of us should be saying, I can't do that, I can't. There's no can't where God is concerned. Because remember, God blessed before he gave the capacity, before he gave the command. So he gave us the capacity to do before he gave the command to do. So he supplied inside of us the ability to do before he gives the command to do it. And so God blesses us with the ability before he gives the command. Now, I hope that at some point maybe I could read some of these books from Daniel Priestley, very, very prolific writer, especially these 4 books, Entrepreneur Revolution, that is an awesome book. Become a Key Person of Influence, very good book. Oversubscribed, very good book. And of course, 24 Assets, Daniel Priestley. Take a look. Now, as I said, when we look at the case where it began, in Genesis 1, God established a platform in Genesis 1. So let us look at that. God establishes a platform in Genesis 1. And that platform is in three phases: time, space, and of course, matter. So that's the platform: time, space, and matter. Right? So he says, be fruitful, produce on the outside what I put on the inside. Very important. Produce on the outside what I put on the inside. And God put creativity in the inside of all of us. And so we need to understand that we are a creative being created by God Himself. Let me say that again. We are a creative being created by God Himself. So, genesis of our asset. The genesis of our asset is to be fruitful. Cultural society hypnosis system try to make us seem as if we are not creative. And that is how especially the advertisement and all of these things that come on television is let us do it for you. Okay? And so the value or trust their creativity. Therefore, the first attack that has to be done is to eradicate the power of creation. So when you move creation from out of the equation, then it wipes away our ability to be creative. So let us go back now to where Genesis is saying. Let us look now at the parameters. The parameters for our platform that God created us on, which, as we said first, it's the time, space, and matter. So the first thing is be fruitful. So in the time that you have, on the face of the earth, we are to be. I hope you catch that. The time that we have on the face of the planet is for us to be. And that is why God said, be fruitful. Be fruitful. Use your what God put on the inside of you so that you can be what you can be, that God created you to be. So in the time that you have, let us not waste the time, but let us be fruitful and multiply. Beautiful. And so when you multiply, then you'll have to do something. So in the space that you have occupying, then you got to do something. You have to do something. And so our lives as human beings must be progressively productive.
Yeah, I know. That's the only news.
Okay, so as I was saying, is everyone hearing me? Everyone hearing me? Anyone hearing me? Hello? Hello? Anyone hearing me? Hello? Is anyone hearing me? Hello? Hello, hello, hello? Anyone hearing me? Hello? I don't know. Is anyone hearing me?
Hello, you are not hearing us.
Oh, yes, I'm hearing you now.
Okay, good. Well, there
All
you
right.
go.
You are hearing me?
Yes, we hear you.
Okay, wonderful. All right. All right, wonderful. All right, so as we say, that in the space that we have, in the space that God give us to occupy, whatever space that is, we are to do. And that is why if you look at the account in in um in the book of Genesis also, we see here that it is mentioned that the Tower of Babel, that tower, that because these people did not trust God, they started to do something. They started to do something in contrary to what God intended. And if you remember, God confounded the language and stopped the procedure. But I just want you to understand that this tower was actually one at the time that it was disrupted by God Himself. This tower was actually 1 mile, 1.5 mile up in the air. Can you imagine a building 1.5 mile up in the air? Take for instance Burj Khalifa. Burj Khalifa is a little over a half mile up in the air. So we're talking about 3 times the Burj Khalifa at the time when it was disabled by God, and God confounded their language, right? So this was a very mighty building that people built. People built it, you know. It wasn't something that was dropped from the sky. People build this building, or was building this building. So we have to understand that the antediluvian world was a very, very, very educated group of people. We might think that those people were uneducated, but if you even look at the pyramids, the ancient pyramids, with all our technology and so on, we still don't figure out how to unlock the ancient pyramids. So anyway, that's another story. Okay, so when we look at the space, the time, the platform, on the time, we need to, the parameters that we have to be, and in the space, we have to do something. And so with matter that is given to us, we have to have. And so do increase, do replenish, fill up the earth, do put under control by force anything that try to stop you, to subdue it. Then have dominion. You have to now have dominion. So that talks about possession. And the person who gives us the desire to have is God Himself. Let me say that again. The person who gives us the desire to have is God Himself. And that is why we will always have the desire to have, because there is something to have. Because God put that desire in all of us. Matter exists to have. That's what it exists to have. The desire to have generates the desire to do more. Let me say that again. The desire to have generates the desire to do more. And which generates the desire to be more. Because if you be more, then you are able to do more, then you are able to have more. Let me say that again. If you be more, you'll be able to do more, then you'll be able to have more. And that is why people have 3, 4, 5 jobs. Because the more they be, they will do more and they will have more. Because that is it. Okay? And so when a lot of people retire on their 401k or the pension or whatever government fund that they have there, after a while, the desire to have more is still there. But then, you are just relying on that little government check or that little social security or whatever it is. So, it's like your life is now around just that little money that you're getting. But you still want to have more. And so now, you have to be more in order to do more, in order to have more. That's just how it works. And so therefore, most people maybe even go back to get a job, or maybe they look something online to supplement or something. And that is how that works. So time, be, space, do, and matter, have. And so therefore, as I said, if you do more, you will have more. And if you be more, you will be able to do more and you'll be able to have more. So let us look at your powers. These are your powers that you have in order to get all of this done. These are your powers. First one is identity. To be more speaks to your identity. And to do more speaks to your activity. And so to have more, it speaks to your property. And that's the power. So you have to identify yourself with more things in the time that you have, do more activities to have more property. And that's also how it works. Now, all of that is said in order to get us now where we want to be, which is the precepts. So everything that was said before, is the introductory. Can you imagine? Yes, everything that was said before is literally the introductory. Because, just to let you know, that the desire to have generates the desire to do, and so you will be more. So all of that was said before is now coming to the precept, which is the important part of this whole information that was just given. And this is where the mindset comes into play. The mindset, the most important part of the divergence of wealth creation, hinges on the mindset. And that is why over the couple of years that I've been doing webinars, I think since 2001, that I've been doing webinars, 2021, yes, about 2021. But regardless, all my webinars since 2021, the mindset is very, very, very important. And that is why those persons who have wealth, they tap into the mindset, because without the proper mindset, you and I have nowhere to go. Because the mindset is the single most important thing that you can actually have. And your identity speaks to your mindset. Let me say that again. In the time that you have to be which speaks to your identity, which brings the preset of the mindset. And the activity brings about the skill set, and your property brings about the tool set. So those are the preset: the mindset, the skill set, and the tool set. Very important. And so with that mindset, it's the perception that you have of yourself. Let me say that again. With the mindset is the perception that you have of yourself. And that is why a lot of people, we tell ourselves so many lies that we don't even trust ourselves anymore. We don't trust that we can do anymore, because we feed ourselves the perception that we are not worthy, we are not capable, we are not eligible. And we speak these things to our mindset that after a while we become so pessimistical that we don't even believe anything that we can do anything anymore. So the first thing come out of our mouth is negativities, because we don't ever think we can do anything. Oh, the first thing, oh, I'm not tech savvy. Then if you think you're not tech savvy, go get tech savvy, because the information, the same information that a next person have, it is available to get it. It's not in secret. Nobody's not locking it up into any vault. It's available. If you want to learn how to use a computer, the information is there. It's not hidden. You don't have to go to school. It's right there on the World Wide Web. Nothing is in secret anymore. So let us stop feeding our mindset with the perception that we can't do this or we can't do that. Because all of us from God has given the creative ability within us to use at will. And so with the skill set becomes practice. That's all it is. Practice. You think anyone born to be a skydiver or born to be astronaut or born to be whatever they're born? Nobody born to be this. The mindset brings about the skill set, and if you have the tool set, then you'll get it done. But then you have to have the mindset, the perception about yourself that is positive, regardless, no nonsense. I can do all things through Christ, and I believe that with all my heart. I believe that with all my heart. There's nothing, well, maybe only one thing. I don't think it's a possibility any at all for me to get pregnant. So apart from that, what I can do, right? So as far as I'm concerned, I can do all things through Christ, because he is the one that put everything packaged in me. But I just have to first of all have the mindset. You see how important the mindset is? Very important. And the more you practice, then at the end of it, you're going to have to make a payment. So you either pay for a course, most of them is free, or pay for a tool set, or pay for something in order to get it done. Whatever you want done, right? If there is a payment, you see, the thing about it, a lot of times we don't want to spend money, but we want to make money. And that's definitely not a good thing. Right? Because even if you play a lotto, you're going to have to spend money. All right? Now, if you find some money on the roadside, fine. Good for you. You don't have to spend the money there. But generally speaking, from once you are going to look at it from the perspective that you don't want to spend any money, but you want to make money, then that's a wrong mindset to have. So let us recognize that the divergence of wealth creation is as laid down right here in front of us. The platform that God gave us is time, space, matter. Our parameter is the time to be who you want to be and who God has made you to be, in the space that you need to do, and in the matter you have. Your powers is your identity, your activity, and the property that you will accumulate. And the preset is the mindset, the skill set, and the tool set. The mindset is your perception of yourself, whether it is positive or negative. That's the only two mindsets, a positive mindset or a negative mindset. And with that preset, you have to practice whatever you set your mind to, practice it. And if it needs a payment, pay for it. Because that is how you will be better at life. And so, wealthy people, understand this little information right here and they capitalize on it. And that is why only a handful of people are wealthy. I hope that you and I will capitalize on it and get it good so that we will be a force to reckon with in the years to come, where our children's children's children will have a legacy that you and I left them to. Thank you very much. Really appreciate it. And I do hope and trust that we learned something from this presentation.
Let me hear from my Mama Comic. Sister Yvonne, anything in the chat? My Mama Comic. Okay. All right. So I think we'll introduce the update team. Then after update, we can open for general discussion because the topic today, and we need people to share their 2023 journey as well. So as we said, we have a team that does the update, the Dreams Team style, which we're very grateful for. Again, in that team, we have our esteemed brother part of it, Dr. Derrick Clark, and the team. Can you take it over? And then we can do general Q&A, and the Q&A team will take it over. Over to you, Dr. Derrick. Okay, we can hear you now. Wow. Come over to Queen Debbie. Let's hear you. It's been a while.
Jesus.
Mercy.
So we can see
Because
you
of the
well.
internet difficulties, it's so exciting to see her and hear from her. Welcome. Wow.
Wow.
Hooray. We
Okay, back to you, Quintana. I was listening to Dr. Benny, and somehow I just got frozen. So, Dr. Benny, I was hearing you. You were wishing everyone a happy new year in advance, and then I got frozen. That's why I had to refresh my screen. So, Anyway, you guys don't know what it means having something until it is taken from you. Freedom to be able to express yourself, called internet. When you don't have it, you feel like an empty vessel. Over to you, Dr. Benny. Sister Marie, everyone, I am so sorry. It's just the excitement of seeing the faces after such a long time and not being able to log in. Back to you, Dr. Benny. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. Back to you, please.
Okay, we are waiting for Dr. Derrick to come on, but in the meantime, I can go ahead while waiting for him to continue. So, greetings, team. Greetings, the Dream Team on Passive family. You are such a wonderful family. We love you all. I love you all. Thank you for always being with us, and we are always honored to be able to do the updates with you. My name is Kanla Rahel Nge. I will join Dr. Derrick in the updates team from the state of Delaware, and it has been an honor for me to do this. If we talk of growth in leadership and growth for the new year, this is one of the things I can be a testament as to. When you commit, you do something and you grow mentally. Like Dr. Derrick shared, this has been one of those areas in being in the leadership team. So thank you, Dr. Derrick, for the opportunity to be in this team, to be part of the Dr. D.
Wonderful, 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 wonderful. Mercy. I hope you can hear me. We're seeing that but are you
I don't see Dr. Derrick up there. Dr. P, do you see him?
1, 2, 3. Hello.
Okay. No, my laptop. Then maybe I need to refresh to see him.
Hello. Hello, hello. Hello. All right. Are you hearing me now? Really, apart from the few are already familiar with those things and what was maybe said week before last, right? And so maybe at this time we could just highlight a few things that was said in the last webinar. Well, it was not really an update of such, as you know, he was mainly talking about all the best for 2023 and looking forward to 2024 and a lot of things. Well, a lot of things happened in 2023, as we know, and a lot more is going to be happening in 2024. So we are to brace ourselves for what is going to take place in 2024, right? And so there's not any updates for the closing moments of 2023. No new updates, I should say. Actually, no new updates, and so I hope that we understand that Ash just wants us to be comfortable. Let us be patient and comfortable in respective to where on passive is concerned. Because on passive,
Can anybody hear me?
yes.
Yes, I can hear you.
Did we lose Dr. Derrick again?
Yes, we did.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, he has a multiple device, one that he talks on, so we've lost Dr. Derrick again. All right, so I think in the meantime now, team discussion, we can take time for people that want to share, ask questions while Dr. Derrick comes back in.
Are you hearing me now?
Oh yes, we can.
Okay, sorry, somebody muted. I was muted. All right.
Oh, sorry.
Well, as I said, there's no updates for this week. Just to reiterate, and just to let us know that let us just be patient. Let us just be patient. This on passive is not our dream. Ash has brought us in to share his dream. Let me say that again. Ash has brought us in to share in his dream. Okay? So let us just be patient and wait until when he stipulates this or that. Right? We are the ones that cause a lot of the things that he has to be concentrating on instead of just moving forward. Because when you have one person trying to pay for 186 accounts within 1 hour, then right away that's a problem. When Ash Mufara said only 2 per day, no, we are the ones that are causing the delay, if you want to say a word, right? We are the ones causing it. We are the ones that are causing it. All right? So let us be patient, let us relax, and let us enjoy the journey, because none of us has ever been in a big tech company like this before the company launched to the public. And remember, never launched to the public in 2018 July. No, it did not launch. It was not until 2022 November that we launched to the public. The 28th of November 2022 is when on passive launch. So that is the date that we are to make reference. Not 2018. Didn't even have a website in 2018. July, July, August, September, no website. October, no website. November, no website. It was not until December 2018 that they had the Go Founders website. Okay? So let us understand that on passive is Ash Mufare's company, Ash Mufare's dream. So just like how I share with you Divergence of Wealth Creation, he is the one that is creating this wealth for all of us. Hold on, let me say that again. Ash Mufare is the one that is creating, not for himself, he's creating this wealth for all of us. So let us be patient. Let us be patient. I thank you very much. Really appreciate it. Thank you very much, Queen Kanla, for all that you've done, all that you do, and all that you will do. Thank you very much, King Alfred, also for all that you have done. Well, we're talking about in terms of updates, right? It was a magnificent, it has been a magnificent 2023, working with everyone in every aspect of the Dream Team. I thank you all very much.
All the Dream Team leaders. And I want to thank our fantalopstics. I'm trying to learn Dr. Derrick's grammar, okay? I'm not very good at it yet. Update team, because this is how we do it. And don't forget Queen Miriam is part of the update. At the end of the middle of the year, she has to take care of some loved ones that were not feeling very well. Let's put her in prayers, but she finally lost one of them. She was part of our update team. I look forward to Sunday just for the update sometimes. I'll go to a meeting and somebody will ask, sister, what did they say? As I'm waiting for Dream Team update. But they'll put it in a way, in a manner which I will understand. With love, with enthusiasm, with jazz, with reggae, whatever form. And that's how I understand it. So thank you. And just to add with what Dr. Derrick says, if you're watching your ecosystem, you see there are a lot of changes. If you want to migrate or you want to join our ecosystem now, you have to put a captcha, because now they really want to make sure real people are joining. If you want to pay, you have to put captcha. So the system is getting secured and secured every day. Yes, it was secure before. I'm not saying it wasn't secure, but as we, the human beings, push hole into it, they tighten it, which is a good thing. Yes, it might be taking us a couple of steps backward, but you know what? By the time our baby is fully running on steroids, there will be no stopping. So thank you all. Thank you, updating. Over to you, question and discussion, Queens. And maybe before you take it over, I just want to say something. I don't even know what I want to say. I may confuse somebody, but it's okay. Bear with me. The Dream Team, I don't want to get emotional. We've been here for 3 years, every weekend. And this could not have happened without you showing up every weekend, but without the team. The team is Queen Aisha, King Alfred, King Andrew. Some of them started, and towards the end, they have not been able because of 1 or 2 connectivity problems. Queen Bridget, King John, Queen Debbie, Queen Diana, Queen First Lady Dr. Benny, King, my brother from another brother, Dr. Derrick Clark. If I want to start elaborating on Dr. Derrick, we'll not finish today. Queen Irene Ekwede, she's here today but her voice, because she's not been feeling well, she has not been participating. Queen Irene, you know, who knows. So I'll just leave it like that. Queen Kanla, Queen Lerato, Queen Mama Grace, Queen Marie, Queen Mary, Queen Miriam, Pastor Support 360, Queen Rose, Queen Seferin, King Shaggy, Queen Yvonne, Queen Antoinette, King Ernest, King Irving, Queen Mama Jewul, Queen Mama Mani, King Paul, Queen Rita, Queen Rose Barry, Queen Veronica, King Donut. These are people that have powered the Dream Team. But you know the core that have not shaken, right? Some have come, some have taken breaks, some have gone, but the core, you know them. Thank you for being here every day. And miss connectivity and miss time difference, you guys are here. I really appreciate the Dream Team, and I appreciate all of you that showed up every day. I will call some names, but if I don't call your names, please, it's nothing personal. Queen Lily Min, my queen sister is always here. King Joseph, King Clark. Oh my goodness, I should have started this because I'll make mistakes. Mama Edith, Queen Allen, you all know yourself. Jesus. Oh my goodness. I don't want to start. I'll miss somebody. Nadur, Nassan, Paulette, Mabel, Cynthia, Darren, Judith. Oh my goodness. I'm going to Mamadou. I'm going to miss some of you. Please. Kumaran, Mabel, Sister Julie Pierre, Engineer Mike. Please, if I don't call your name, please, I think I should stop before I get myself into trouble. I keep trying to stop, not to get myself in trouble. Dr. Tina Shai, Queen JW, you all know yourself. The Dream Team and Deep Dive is a sister platform where we work hand in hand. Please, Rita, shout out to all of you. Shout out for being here. This is the end of the year. Please, I'll send it over to question discussion team. And if I didn't shout out your name, please don't take it personal. I'm trying to, but I'm getting emotional. So question and discussion team, take it over for question, for sharing, for excitement, for what we think 2023 was for us and what we